Hi, we're the PT and the Osteo, and we're here today to talk about the trapezius or traps, and basically how people can screw them up and how we can help you unscrew them. And we're also going to discuss in our particular areas of expertise why we see people with these problems and how we come to deal with them. So Johnny, in the clinic, what sort of issues do you see people having with their traps and how do you go about improving it for them?
One of the most common things that I see is probably related to sitting in front of a computer for long periods of time, staring down at phones for long periods of time, where they're really over-engaging the upper part of the trapezius muscle, and we'll get to kind of where the trapezius is in a later video. But over-engaging these upper parts, lower parts not being strong enough, and then they end up getting fatigued just as any muscle would if it's being overused so much. Sometimes stress can have quite a lot to do with it. People upper rib breathe a lot, so they're sort of getting more and more stressed. The diaphragm's not maybe working very well, and all of these muscles are over-engaging, and they sort of end up with their shoulders up around their ears virtually. So, I mean, for me, it's something I see all the time. How about you? This is obviously something you see in the gym quite a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much the exact same thing.
Yeah.
It gets stretched, it gets weak,
Yeah.
and then tightens up, bundles into a ball of knots up here.
Yeah.
And then the worst problem in the gym is that people then lose that mind-muscle connection. They don't know how to move the muscles independently of each other. So they start doing pull-downs using their traps. Every single exercise they do, even presses, their shoulders are rising up into their ears, so they don't know how to separate it.
Yeah, so it's like control that starts to sort of go out the window a little bit.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's obviously something you can help with.
Of course. Come straight in.
Absolutely. So in the next video I'm going to be showing where the trapezius muscles are and their sort of basic movements, just so you have an idea before we go on to any more tips and hints. Thanks for watching. Right, so we're going to be looking at where the traps actually attach. So they start right up here, and we're using Freddie here as our model. Start right up here in the base of the skull, come down through the neck, right down through the upper back, finishing around this point here in a kind of triangular shape, coming across the scapula or shoulder blade area, attaching into those as well, and then wrapping round the front and attaching into the collarbone. In terms of what they actually do, Freddie, if you wouldn't mind running through these movements. To start with, they extend through the neck as he lifts his head up like that. They also draw the shoulder blades up, so when he shrugs in that position, and also draw the shoulder blades in together in that direction. Fantastic. I'm going to show you some techniques that I might use in clinic, just so you've got an idea of the type of thing to expect when you come to see me. When someone presents with issues with their traps and upper back and there's some discomfort there, one of the techniques I particularly like to use is just a release of the joints in the upper back, so through the thoracic spine, just by putting my hand underneath, a bit of pressure down. Sometimes you hear that little click or pop, which is just air in the actual joints. Should be very painless. So what I'm going to do is just get Freddie to cross his arms like this, just bend the knees up for me. That's great. Just going to put my hand underneath the back like that, take a deep breath in and all the way out, bit of pressure down, and there we go. That's great, and relax your arms. Another technique I really like to use for the traps, particularly the upper part of the traps here, is an active release technique, where I'm going to hold the muscle, get Freddie to do a couple of movements and just get a really nice stretch through the muscle, but he's actually using the muscle as well, so it's a slightly safer way than just purely stretching the muscle. So what we're going to do, get you to have a look up towards the ceiling to start with, just taking the muscle off stretch. I'm going to hold into part of the upper trap here, the area that I feel needs to be worked on. Very gently you're going to look down towards the floor and then over towards your left side. That's great, just holding like that, just as far as you can comfortably. Hold for a few seconds and come back to a neutral position. That's great, thank you very much. useful for you. If you have any questions at all, please get in contact or like or follow our pages. The links are below.
We've been the PT and the Osteopath, and we're based at the 225 Club in Cobham.